spoke to a friend of mine just to get his thoughts on my first couple of videos. He's a therapist. We're part of this like small men's community on Discord. Gave me good reviews. He reckons I've gone into some kind of minor form of it's called hypomania, which is, I guess, the stage before you get into like a full manic tangent. But he reckons it's good, it's good for keeps the interest, I guess, and the charisma. But yeah, it's I can't say that that's the intention behind my behavior. I do want to keep it free flowing and not scripted, I just have to I'll keep track of time and I guess keep track of the topic. The guy that started the group, I haven't met him yet, but his knowledge that he has shared has been the most help, I think, during my experience. His knowledge and understanding of true spirituality and masculinity has been the most help, even though I don't completely agree on 100% of his understandings. I agree on like probably 90% when it comes to understanding true masculinity and just the way in which manifestation occurs out of divine masculine consciousness. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I owe him a lot. Maybe next week I'll try and go to. He does these little fire circles, just these little men's circles up at his property. He lives far outside the metropolitan, just up in the mountains. I spoke a little bit about the shadow. I spoke a little bit about a lot of things. My last video. So far for me, the sound's been coming out all right. I think if I change locations, if I ever record somewhere, I'll chuck the mic on. I really like going for driving meditations and just like reciting verses in my head while I'm driving. But I don't want to shoot that kind of. I feel like that's a whole niche now on its own. Just video recording when you're driving, and like I don't want it to look like I'm just it's just some dopamine stimulus while I'm going for a long drive to the shops or something. I'm trying to be as honest as I can. It's interesting. I just watched a couple of movies that haven't properly seen. I just finished watching Inception. I watched a couple of other of the Christopher Nolan masterpieces, you could say. I watched Dark Knight again a few months ago. I don't know how I never realized how obsessed Christopher Nolan was with the study, the research, the psychological research of Carl Jung. You know, he is obsessed with Jungian psychology. Like I never I don't know how I never saw the connection. I guess it's been that long, you know, since I've watched the movies again. I think the last time I watched Inception was like, years, 5 or 6 years ago, and I didn't even watch it properly. And The Dark Knight as well. I think even, I might be wrong, I think probably another director, but I think his parents were from a very close, a village that was very close to where Carl Jung was from, somewhere in was Switzerland, or Sweden. No, I think it's Switzerland. Yes. I'm pretty sure it was Nolan's parents, or it was someone related to him. I'll have to read that again. But yeah, I never saw the connection. Like I mean, now watching the movies again, I could see it straight away. I could see it. You know what I mean? How could you not realize it? The Joker is Batman's shadow, man. It's his subconscious. You know. That's why he's always laughing. I don't know what happened to Heath. I mean, Hollywood thinks they have some kind of understanding, and they gave us, like, you know, their opinion. You know, he just went through a mental health crisis. I mean, it was a crisis, but, like, who knows? How much did he know about... How much truth did he know about the shadow? I mean, you know, the one thing they understood, right, these Jungian researchers and Carl Jung himself, is that you do not want to become the archetype, right? These archetypes, they're not a human creation. They're not, the energy is not related to us. They're not human. You don't want to be, I mean, we are possessed by the archetypes, right? But when you don't want to be, I mean, if you truly think that the archetype is your truth, it destroys you, it kills you, you know, whether you become the shadow warrior, or the shadow magician, the shadow king, you know, eventually you end up dead. Yeah, we'll never really know what Heath Ledger went through when he really discovered, you know, I mean, it's like he wasn't supposed to, I mean, I don't know whether he was supposed to, but, like, you know, I guess maybe he wasn't prepared. I think that these actors sometimes become so good at understanding what's necessary to fulfill the role in a successful way that they have no choice but to learn the truth about themselves, you know, and about their shadows, or about their subconscious, you know, just like Inception. I just finished watching. It's like, I mean, he descended down to the absolute furthest place in his subconscious that he knew existed. Just deep. I think it was like 3 or 4 layers of dreams. I mean, you probably got to watch the movie 10 times before you even keep count, but it was very interesting watching it. It's like, you know, it was 15 years ago now. So 15 years, you know. It's like how much he knew, how much they currently understood about the dream world and the subconscious mind, and the anima and the animus, which is the masculine version of the feminine and the feminine version of the masculine. The masculine and feminine aren't genders. They are psychological configurations, right? I think the movie, portrays like a really decent perspective on just how freaking dangerous your shadow and your deepest traumas can become, you know, if unaddressed, if they're not acknowledged, you know, they turn into an entity of its own, you know what I mean? I think in the movie, I haven't really researched anyone else's perspective, but I think DiCaprio's mission obviously was to become free of these corporations chasing after him, but more and the girl that you know, he's architect. I mean, without them really explaining it in the movie, the mission was, you know, to go down, you know, to his deepest trauma and confront it, you know, about his wife, which was, you know, his anima in the movie, and I think he was trying to integrate, you know, letting go of the guilt that he had, that his subconscious was blaming him for, and that is pretty much therapy. That is what the objective of the therapist, the Jungian therapist, that's practicing Jungian psychology, I guess, and the Jungian understanding of the subconscious, right? They call it shadow integration, shadow work. You are supposed to try and descend down into the basement. I mean, they literally, I mean, in the movie, the elevator has the B button right at the bottom, like the basement, literally the basement, right? And I love the fact that it's an elevator, because you're literally descending through levels, and you kind of see all the worlds while they're going down the elevator, all the worlds, all the layers of, you know, the barriers that he's kind of built on top of this trauma that he's going down to face. I still don't understand in the movie how they all kind of see each other in the dream when it's like there's only one dreamer. I don't know, the movies. I don't even know if they really got that right, to be honest. But it's unbelievably fascinating. And I was just watching it, you know, just going schizophrenic, like, yeah, especially watching The Dark Knight. I'm like, you always kind of knew growing up, you know, the relationship between Batman and the Joker is like a really specific relationship that he has compared to all the other enemies, right? All the other villains. It's like there's villains that are so much bigger and stronger and more probably physically capable, not psychologically capable than the Joker, you know? And it's like, watching it again, I can see the hate of the conscious mind, right? Which is Batman, Bruce Wayne. But I can't see the Joker hating Batman. He understands Batman better than Batman understands himself, right? And he knows what Batman is capable of. And he treats Batman according to his potential self, right? His potential to break society's expectations and morality. His ability to move past his own morality in order to fight for what he believes is right, which is subjective. I mean, that's why the Joker finds it so funny and amusing to watch him. I mean, the Joker is literally just there for fun. He's literally like, there's no objective. He has no, I mean, forget about like material motive. He has no, there's no great master plan. I mean, there's plans that he goes through. He's like, think of Fight Club, bro. I mean, oh man, I don't want to. I mean, that's another tangent, right? But that's not Christopher Nolan. That's what's his name, David Fincher. But it's the same psychology. I mean, this knowledge that these directors, these psychological genre film producers, have taken this such a fascinating theory, the subconscious mind. They've taken like their understanding and their perspective on this research, and they've obviously, you know, designed their characters, and it's, you know, not only has completely captivated the audience, especially during the time of the release, you know, it's like, you know, the more you watch it, the more you understand, the more, you know, each time you watch it, you understand it from a deeper level of awareness and consciousness. So you could eventually, you get to the stage of really understanding that the motive of the person. If you look at Tyler Durden, right, and Brad Pitt's character, his motive is ultimately to make everyone aware of their true selves, right? It's not a material, or it's not even an evil kind of master plan to take over, or to you know, it's more just like, I think that, you know, I mean, it's hard because it's like you can't really force the world to wake up. So I think it's really inspired me to produce, to get into film. I think I'm just going to start with like these short AI films, just animating. I think my subconscious universe. I don't know when. I don't know. I still have to learn software. I'm starting to learn this. It's pretty good software that I found. I'm not sure if it's like the best or the top 5 or whatever. Don't know how long it's going to take. I'm just really treating my life presently, and it's crazy. It's weird timing. Like, I've definitely gone through, like, this is last year and this year are the hardest years of my life, and I'm the most present ever. I mean, like, when I was going through, 10 times less stress and just shit that's just completely out of control, I've always been 100 times more stressed and anxious, but I'm not. I had something go wrong recently with 2 very, very good friends of mine. They're very good friends. I respect them and I cared for them a lot, and shit didn't go to plan. I was supposed to help them with, something financially. And it really, really went to worst case scenario pretty much. And I genuinely felt the most horrible. Like, honestly, like, I lost heaps of sleep over it. I probably lost days and days. Like a few nights of sleep, honestly. Like, it kept me up. I was stressed, but not like, it's the end of the world and, oh my God, how could I do this? I knew how much it was out of my control. I knew for a fact, I knew what my intention was, and I completely acted based off all of the information I was given to me, right? Obviously they trusted me, and I trusted the information I was given because I trusted the source. It just went horribly wrong. We all lost money out of it. It went bad. I've lost their trust, respect. I've probably, and I don't know if they're workmates. So the relationship is still there, but it's obviously not the same. And I've just accepted it. It was completely out of my control. There's nothing I could have done. I trusted the information. I gave them the guarantee because the information that I had guaranteed, little to no risk. There was a risk, but little to none, and obviously we judged that the benefit far outweighed the risk, I know the feeling that I had when I trusted this information, which was a mistake. I did not intend for it to play out anywhere near this. The way it played out was just... yeah. They didn't deserve it, None of us did. None of us did. And I've accepted that. I think one other has accepted. The other one, I guess, has a lot more on his plate to deal with. Which I know he won't be able to if he doesn't accept it, if he doesn't accept what's happened. But the point is, I'm just presently conscious, you know. This experience would have absolutely destroyed me. I mean, what, not even 3 years ago, it would have destroyed me. It would have just ended my motivation, I guess, you know. Yeah, so I do want to. I'm kind of meditating the style of animation. There's like 100 different styles. I have a really good idea of how I want it to look. I just am meditating on whether to learn everything myself, find someone to help. Because I know I want to be more of a director than a producer and a designer. I just want to be able to direct and do as best I can to portray the battles that happen in my subconscious and portray the world, the whole world that's in my subconscious, you know. So I'll do my best, and I'll do my best and not rush, you know. I'm going to. I mean, I've already started learning the software, so I know that it's going to take a lot of time because it's going to be. It's not going to be rushed. I'm trying to. I can't be, obviously. I mean, I'm going. I'm going through that compulsive impatience, which leads to, you know, being that perfectionist. I mean, if you're especially like, you know, an artist, painter, or like even a music artist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just have to do my best to portray what I think is accurate. So it's going to take some time. Something that I've had in my mind since I was a kid, you know. I never knew how. I mean, I always thought I'd probably end up writing books about it, which I did. I remember, man, when I was like, what? I remember even in high school, I used to write like these short stories and these parables of these battles, right? In my head. It was just these events that would occur, right? Pretty much just like everybody's active imagination. But I never knew that everything was in my subconscious. Everything was related to the trauma in my subconscious. So it'd be interesting to really, you know, knowing that now, the imagination has made a lot more sense, you know, which I want to try and portray, you know, in these short AI films. Half an hour. Sunday night. Might put another movie on.